Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Back with another episode. Hey, it's about to go down. Yeah.
Yeah, go on, send that text.
Yeah. Send out the mass text. Welcome back to another episode of One Time for the Fan. I'm your host, Jack Spade. Checking in. Got my homeboy, Bodie 3000 with me. Bodie, what's good, man? How's everything?
Everything is glorious. It's a great day. It's a wonderful day.
Nice, man. It's good to hear. It's good to hear, man. We didn't get a chance to do a show on Wednesday. I wasn't here. I was on vacation, and of course, what's the point of doing the show when you're on vacation having some fun, right? I mean, it's off season, right?
Yeah, I know Jack was putting up shingles on somebody's roof in Florida. That was his vacation. Hey, we all gotta make it.
Yeah,
make a living.
I caught some work down in Florida. Yeah, you can say that. Good thing it's not hurricane season because, brought my equipment. Nah. But, me and the family went out there. We had a good time. So, vacation was nice. And we are back with some more One Time for the Fan. Of course, every Sunday, every Wednesday, 8 o'clock right here. Facebook, YouTube. Talking about those Atlanta Falcons. And there was some Falcons news while we were away. Okay. Now we were discussing this in the chat. And this is the Troy Anderson Rookie Report with RR catcast.com. They will be in here shortly. Ryan and Ryan, two podcasters that do a very good job covering Montana State football. So we're gonna be talking about Troy Anderson shortly. But while we were away the past week, some news came out about the Falcons, about a player who we did a Bodie's breakdown on, and then six days later, he retires. Yeah. Eddie Goldman, man, what's up with Eddie Goldman, man? What's that all about, man? Last time we talked, it was all good. Now, a week later, no more Eddie Goldman.
I don't know, man. I did. You see, I've been wearing a hat for like a month, Lisa, because my head was looking like who did it and why. But yeah, I just got them fresh braids, Yeah, Eddie Goldman, man. Look, I don't know. I mean, maybe the man got some life stuff going on. You never know with these guys. It's unfortunate for us because we was looking forward and we had him the 1-2. He helping Grady, blah blah blah, all that stuff. We just pivot. We're Falcon fans, so we pivot.
Mm-hmm.
We pivot and we move on. So gives cats like Anthony Rush and the other guy, Vincent Taylor, a chance to step up and do something.
I was going to say Marlon Davidson too, but Marlon Davidson apparently lost some weight to play more of the edge. But I don't even know if he's going to be able to make this roster. So, Taekwon Graham as well. Taekwon Graham.
We're going to see. Like I said, Marlon Davidson got talent. Mm-hmm. And we had high hopes for him in the draft. So, I mean, let's see what happens.
Also, while we were away, some Jimmy G news came out. Jimmy Garoppolo.
I don't know.
The Grops. Falcon fans just for some reason always try to find a way. Not all Falcons fans, but some Falcons fans were saying this is the opportunity. Go snag Jimmy G. We gotta get Jimmy G. First of all, Falcons fans, okay, we don't have the money to pay Jimmy G. That's number one, right?
No, we don't.
Even if we did have the money to pay Jimmy G, right? You wouldn't want to pay Jimmy G, right? You get where I'm going with this? He's a 31, 32-year-old quarterback. Hasn't really shown us much, in the NFL. What did he do last season? Or the season before?
His team made a little playoff run. They made a playoff run.
Not paying Jimmy G $25 million to come over here after you just paid Mariota that portion. After you have Desmond Ridder, which is your future franchise quarterback here in Atlanta. So the news of Jimmy G coming to Atlanta, Falcons fans, don't believe the hype. Yeah. Do not believe the hype. It's still going to be Mariota. Still going to be Ridder. We talked about it. I don't know if Franks has an opportunity to make that QB3. You don't want Franks to be the QB3. Trust me. You want him to probably fit that role at tight end and being the fourth tight end on the roster because shit at OTAs, he damn sure was doing a pretty good job to us, but we'll find out Friday at training camp what Frank's role will be going forward. Ryan Foley from R&R Catcast is right here in the lobby. He's getting ready to join us here. We're going to talk some Troy Anderson. Of course, it's the rookie report. If you missed the last rookie report, right? So we had Arnold Ebiketie. It was Kyle J. Andrews from a Baltimore Star, one of the reporters. We had Drake London rookie report with Carlo Jimenez from KXSC student radio out there in USC, Pac-12 network. So every time we have a rookie report, we want to try to bring somebody to you who is familiar with that team. And a lot of Falcons fans are not familiar with Montana State football. So when Troy Anderson was selected, we saw it, Bodie, from the chats to the Twitter to everything. People was like, who? I mean, some scouts knew who Troy Anderson was, and a lot of people who covered the NFL knew who Troy Anderson was. But you knew. They called me off guard. I thought that at that point it was going to go guard. I thought it was going to go guard in the third round. We covered the draft that day. I thought it was going to go guard or at least safety, but they didn't. They selected Troy Anderson. And after you gave me the breakdown of Troy Anderson, I started watching some more film, and I was like, wow, this guy's pretty good. You know? So it's a good opportunity to always invite other people who cover sports. So we have Ryan and Ryan here, right? Check this out. Got Ryan and Ryan.
Hey, guys.
What's going on, guys? How y'all doing?
Pretty good. How you doing?
Doing great, man. Doing great. How's your day going? How's your weekend?
I'm on vacation back in Montana, so I'm having a good time.
Nice, man. That's good to hear. So give us a little bit of information about you two guys, how you guys came together, how you guys started this podcast, and what's you guys' direction going forward.
I could take that. It was really that is sorry, I didn't mean to point at the screen right there. That we're not used to the YouTube version.
We don't do video. We do audio.
You don't do video. Oh,
no.
Okay.
Oh. This is like what do I do with my hands, Ricky Bobby situation here.
Yep. That's how it was.
In 2018, Ryan called me up and said, hey, we should start a podcast for Montana State. And I was like, I don't know, man. That just sounds really kind of stupid. Like, who's going to ever listen to us anyways? And he kept pestering me about it. My wife, she's like, yeah, give it a shot. And, so we recorded a conversation one night, and that was back in 2018. And now it's grown. We've done it every year since then. We're up over 1,000 followers on our Twitter account, probably.
Nice.
We have quite a few episodes and been polishing our game for a while now, but mainly we cover the football portion. We dabble in Montana State basketball, especially in the COVID season when football got canceled. But just Ryan and I were two fans. We both live in Washington, both went to Montana State.
Okay.
And so that's kind of our background.
Nice. See, we have this rookie report that we do here with One Time for the Fans. So we covered Drake London. We already covered Arnold Ebiketie. And of course, now with the Falcons making that next selection, Troy Anderson. So I saw the opportunity to reach out to you guys. I followed your page right there on Twitter, checked on some information of you guys, and I'm like, man, you guys are legit. This is going to be a nice little rookie report. The past 2 rookie reports we did went pretty well. We tried to keep it in 30 minutes. The last one went 2 hours, Bodie, by accident. Because we got so much information.
We're not gonna do that to you guys.
We're not gonna do it tonight. So 30 minutes, 30 minutes. But we just talked so much about Arnold Ebiketie, and all the fans in the chat was just so excited. The show just kept going and just kept going. So we just love to talk football, and we're big Atlanta Falcons fans. And a player that now plays for the Atlanta Falcons came from Montana State. And a lot of people are excited, and then there's a lot of people that don't know about this player. So for the Atlanta Falcon fans out there, give us a little bit of information about Montana State football.
Okay, sure. Montana State has had pretty good success in the 21st century, since 2002, basically. Last year, we made it all the way to the national championship game. Lost to North Dakota State, who wins the thing every single friggin' year. It's a storied program. There's a couple guys. There's one guy in the actually NFL Hall of Fame, Jan Stenrud, played at Montana State. I mean, Montana State playing football since fully 1890, 1900, something around there. We play our annual rival against the Grizzlies. Been playing that 122 years.
Yeah, no, it's been a long time.
It's been a long time. There's been a lot of good football played at Montana State, all the way from NAIA Division II. FCS, been playing a long time, and always been a proud tradition, a good program. Put some other guys in the NFL. I haven't had a guy drafted since Joey Thomas.
Joey Thomas.
Joey Thomas, 2006. He went number 70 to the
Green Bay
Packers. Yeah, Green Bay Packers. But we had lots of undrafted guys signing here and there. But it's a good program, and it's been growing. Stadium expansions, new athletic centers, keeping up in the arms race, even at the FCS level. So
nice.
It's a lot of fun.
Nice. And for you guys covering Montana State football, you guys had the opportunity to witness Troy Anderson play there too as well. What type of player do you think the Atlanta Falcons are getting on defense when it comes to Troy Anderson?
You want to go first there, Foley?
Well, yeah, I mean, you can watch his highlight tapes. I mean, if you just look at the physical prowess he has, I think the things that jump off to me, he's like a tiger shark. I mean, that guy's like speed in space, and that's the thing I think that Falcons will lean into. But I mean, go past just what you see, the flashes on YouTube, the highlight film. I think the guy you're getting is one of the most intelligent football players probably on your team.
That's true.
One thing that you guys probably don't know about Troy was he was a finalist for the Willie V. Campbell Award, which is basically the Heisman Trophy winner for
like the academic Heisman.
Yeah, the academic Heisman, and he's one of 13 in the entire nation. He carried a 3.91 GPA. The coaches, when they talk about Troy, like our old coaches, one of his favorite things to say was he's like a one rep dude. Like he only needs one rep to get it down. And that was a couple coaches would talk about Troy like that. So Troy is like an unassuming, like super nice guy. We never got a chance to meet Troy in person, but he's not on the socials. I think he does have a Twitter account, maybe an Instagram account.
Twitter's like super old. He doesn't cover it. They gave him the blue check mark just because now he's in the NFL, but I don't even think he noticed it.
And all he does is retweet accolades from his teammates on Twitter. He doesn't do anything for himself on there.
Yeah.
Which is quintessential Troy Anderson, really.
Yeah. When we have a training camp Friday, I'll do my best to try to reach out to him. It's an open practice to the fans, so we'll be out there pretty early.
Cool.
Yeah, his personality is very unassuming, very pleasant. Like I said, he comes from a small town. He's a rancher's kid. I assume from Dillon. He majored in agricultural business. But like he just carries himself with such confidence and quietness that you just believe in him when you watch him. You're like, holy cow! Like he doesn't say much, but he leaves it like his performance. It's on the field. He's so fun to watch. But I think like as fans, you're gonna see like I said, the highlight videos pop. But what you don't see is his intelligence and his character. He's a tremendous leader.
Yeah, because not only playing linebacker, he also played running back. He played some safety. He played linebacker. Quarterback.
Don't forget quarterback.
Quarterback. I'm sorry. Yeah.
This is completely.
Montana State, right? It's a small school. How many in attendance over there at Montana State for a game day?
We get between 18 and 20,000 usually.
18 and 20,000. Okay. A lot of Falcon fans are used to seeing players come from big name schools, right? And then you see some of the players come from the smaller schools, and they don't know if the kid can, adapt to the NFL environment. You're playing in, no, not the Superdome, the Caesars Dome now in New Orleans, but that's a hostile environment over there.
Sure.
For a rookie, trying to hear the snap count, trying to hear everything that's on the field, it could be a lot for him. Playing in Seattle this year, playing in SoFi this year. And we do believe Troy will be on the field a lot. Bodie, I think we agreed that Troy should be the starting linebacker come week 1. Looking at the Falcons situation with Dion now on the injured list, the 1-year deal with Rashad Evans, and they don't know what they're doing with Mekhi Walker. This is an opportunity for Troy to become a starter. And hopefully the Falcon fans can see that Troy could be a future franchise linebacker. We haven't had that in a long time here in Atlanta. We had Devondre Campbell, and then he went on to the Packers. He got the bag with Green Bay. We had Foye, led the league in tackles last year. Now he's in Jacksonville. Dion's injured. So we need somebody in the middle. We need a presence, right? For Troy Anderson, is he ready to fit this starting role position going into the NFL? You think he's ready for this?
So I would think mentally from that aspect, I think he is more than ready for that. He's handled some big moments at Montana State. I mean, every other year you play in Missoula, and that's 28,000 crazy Grizz fans on one of the most bitter rivals you'll find. And usually you play at FBS schools. He played at Washington State 1 year. So, I mean, he's had some bigger environments, but, running through the playoffs last year and going all the way to the national championship game on ESPN2, I mean, that's a big-time environment. The pressure really doesn't get to Troy. I don't think. He's just kind of a cool cucumber kind of guy. He's very much like an aw shucks, leave it to Beaver kind of personality. I think he's just so happy to be playing football and well, I can't believe I'm in the NFL kind of mentality. It's not going to get to him. There's no pressure on Troy Anderson in that regard. Now, if you're talking a physical side of things, I mean, he physically, obviously, he is ready, but he has a lot to learn, I think, as a linebacker to be a successful linebacker in the NFL. He was drafted, I think, a lot on his ceiling and his athleticism, but just from his first game at Wyoming, when he went up against Chad Muma, who was another highly regarded linebacker, actually. And so we saw them both playing in the field at the same time. That's pretty interesting. I thought Chad Muma at the time was a better linebacker because he's been playing linebacker for pretty much his entire football career. Troy Anderson has just been tossed around like a chess piece. But from his first game to his last game against North Dakota State, his growth was tremendous. So I think, you give him a training camp, with some NFL coaching, I think he's going to get up to speed pretty quick. Like Foley said, he's a 1-rep guy. That's kind of the thing. I don't know what you'll get out of him his first year, but he will get there. I think it may not be right away. It may take a few games, but I think he'll be ready for the moment in every kind of way you can.
Well, the good thing about the Falcons drafting Troy Anderson is Dean Pease had a lot to do with that. I don't know if you guys know about Dean Pease, the legendary Hall of Fame coach who now is our defensive coordinator. He don't have to coach. But Bodie, we talked about it last week. Dean Pease doesn't have to coach. There's no reason why he should be in here right now, but he's trying to help Arthur Smith. He's trying to help this team rebuild and rebrand. Drafting Troy Anderson shows that, you're looking for a linebacker who can get after the quarterback. Dean Pease loves to blitz. Some of the linebackers he had in the past, last year, just couldn't get to the quarterback. A lot of missed opportunities. Rashard Evans now, he brought over from Tennessee. Troy Anderson drafting him, Arnold Ebiketie, D'Angelo Malone. Pass rushers that's about to get to the quarterback.
Yes.
So we're definitely going to get some sacks starting week 1 against the Saints. Troy Anderson definitely is a player that I believe is going to go a long way here with Atlanta. But Bodie, you had a question. You're a big Troy Anderson guy because as soon as the pick came in, you was excited. We did the live draft that day. We covered it for 3 hours for the Atlanta Falcons. And then day 2, we did 3 hours. And then day 3, we did 5 hours on the stream. So, yeah, we love the Atlanta Falcons.
I know, right?
We hear you.
I was not ready for that one. But
you're talking to another fan-based podcast here. We know.
Yeah.
You know.
Hey, we travel with them, man. We love the Atlanta Falcons, man. It's
Nice.
It's been a rough,
awesome,
going a long time. You know, I mean, this team, we want them to do big things, but we know that they are in a rebuilding stage right now, and it's tough. You know, because I'm a season ticket holder, and I'm like, man, y'all, it's my money. Y'all taking my money, but we got, you know, we're trying to see some wins out here. But I think this season's going to be a big turnaround for us. So, Odie, please, you got another question for them?
Yeah. Like you mentioned, you were talking about big name linebackers. I was like, considering that, you know, the Falcons passed over Chad Muma, they passed over Nakobe Dean, you know, Homer, Go Dogs, national champs. You know, it passed over Christian Harris from Alabama. You know, all these big name linebackers. And he got picked before all of those guys. So my question to you guys, just opinion based, I guess, is you know, what does that say about the Falcons, what the Falcons think about Troy's ceiling? Like what he could absolutely become in this league. Because I think, you know, it's just that's telling. That's very telling that, you know, you pass over D1 championship talent and you got a guy, you know, from a school that, you know, most people haven't heard of, you know, and he's an imposing figure. So just to you guys, I'm just curious, what does that say about his ceiling?
Go ahead, Tony. I think you were going to talk about this.
Yeah, I could. Real quick here, I think another, you mentioned why the Falcons drafted him. I think Michael Petrie's on your staff, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
He was
he was
also
also
running
the running
back
backs
coach
over there, right?
Yeah, for his freshman year. So I'm sure he was putting a little bit of whispers in the ears there.
Hey, you know, shout out to Michael Petrie, man. Help him out.
Yeah. No, he was a good coach. He was went to Oregon State after the Cats, and then ended up down in Atlanta. But you know, I think it says a lot that he was drafted that high. But athleticism is through the roof. His RAS score is whatever 9.9 or 10. I don't know. Is it as good as you can get, basically? But the thing with Troy Anderson, though, I think what propels him above some other picks is some of the intangible stuff. And you're never going to have any off the field problem with Troy Anderson, for any reason whatsoever. He's not going to be a toxic trait in the linebacker room, in the locker room. That is, excuse me. You're not going to get any of that kind of problem from him. So, I mean, I don't know how much that is worth in the NFL to players or coaches and stuff like that. But, I mean, that has to play into it, I would imagine. And, yeah, his ceiling, I think, is just so high. And, you know, if he struggles, he's not the kind of guy who's going to, fold and quit. He will persevere through it, and he will get better, and he will learn from any mistakes that he has. So, there's too many positives on that side of things, and his athletic ceiling is so high. I mean, that's why you take him high. You and I, we set the over and under at 70, right? We were thinking anywhere, you know, between 50, 55, and 80 is kind of where we were thinking he would be drafted. But, you know, 58 was a little higher than I was maybe thinking, but I don't think it's out of the question at all, especially if you got a rebuilding linebacker room. I think it's going to be kind of a great fit.
Yeah, because the linebacker room is kind of shaky here in Atlanta. You got a lot of one-year deals. Other than Deion Jones, you don't know what his situation is going forward. I mean, we think he might stay here with the Falcons, but
how old is he?
What is he? 26 now? 27?
20. No, Deion's 28.
28. Yeah, but you know, this shoulder surgery and last year he didn't want to tackle. It looks like the shoulder surgery was hitting him last season, midway through the season. He didn't want to tell the coaches, and then he got to the end of the season, had the surgery. Now training camp starting, and you know, we won't see him out there probably for the first 3 or 4 weeks. But we'll find out soon about Deion Jones' situation. But other linebackers have to fit the scheme right now. In the 3-4 defense, it's not really Deion's mode. He's a 4-3 guy. And Troy and Mekhi Walker and Rashard Evans fit more of the 3-4 scheme. So that's going to be more reps for Troy. We're going to be seeing it this Friday and Saturday because training camp's starting. Them pads come on Saturday. So people's losing their job real soon.
It'll be interesting to see how he transitions to that because the MSU ran a 4-2-5 his senior year. Is basically 2 linebackers, and that was Troy Anderson and another guy who can run, you know, almost as good as Troy Anderson, really. But what do you think, Foley? What do you think his ceiling is?
Geez, you know, something that I was thinking about today is Troy never ceased to surprise me. Like I remember 2018, we talked about Troy Anderson like every episode, and we were just lamenting it. We were like, man, why are we running this guy at quarterback? Like we were playing this guy at quarterback, and he came up
every episode was an argument about Troy Anderson at our quarterback.
And he in 2 years playing offense, he had the second most touchdowns for Bobcats all time. So I mean, that just tells you something about how special he is. Troy could be, I mean, conceivably an all-pro one day. I mean, that's a huge thing to say, but he's that kind of guy where he just, if he can stay healthy, that's the biggest thing. He's had some lingering injuries. He's had some shoulder stuff. He had a knee thing that kept him out for a while. If he can stay healthy, I mean, he's like I said, he's a very intelligent man. He's a quick learner, and he has just such great speed. I think that's the thing that you guys are gonna love.
4.42, right?
Oh my gosh,
legit.
Jack, I wanted to ask you then, like, how do you think the Falcons are going to use him? Because I was thinking about this over the week as we're preparing for this. I was like, are you guys running like big nickel, big dime? Because I could see Troy being like his best assets, I think, is when he's in space or when he's unencumbered to go get the quarterback, like you said, like rushing.
That's what
sacking.
It seems like they're going to be using with Dean Pease. Okay. He's going to be in the plays just to go get the quarterback. And that's where it comes to Deion Jones now, because he's your coverage guy. He's supposed to be there to cover your check downs and your tight ends, because that's what he was doing in the first place. But he had Devondre Campbell next to him who wanted to tackle. He had Foye Loken next to him who wanted to tackle. Both of them are gone. So if Deion's going to be there, you're going to have a guy next to him who's going to get downhill. You got to get to the quarterback.
Yeah.
So
I say the same. Like I believe he's going to be in the middle. He's going to be inside.
They already said, Smith said he's going to be in the middle. He's going to be a Mike. Yeah.
So he's going to be just able to, pinpoint where to go. And, I've been watching his tape. Like, dudes, like you said, he bursts off the line. Like, he gets there. I think, perfect is him being in the middle and probably if you ask me, he's probably the best middle linebacker, probably the best tackler we got, because he can get there. He's fast and he's unafraid. Like,
here's a good question for you guys. Have an NFL comparison of a player for Troy?
I've thought about that. I really don't. I've heard people say Brian Urlacher if you're going to go that way, but I don't know if I agree with that necessarily. Yeah. But I don't really have anyone better. He's kind of a unique beast in a lot of ways.
What about like a young Luke Kuechly?
Yeah, I could see that too. I could see that.
Yeah, I see that more than anything because Luke Kuechly was very athletic, just like Troy is. So and he was tall, and they mirror each other a lot.
Troy will have better speed than Luke did, though.
Yeah.
One thing I was wondering about is where Ryan and I saw some things Troy could improve on is his run fits. Like he's not like, I would say if we had like a criticism of Troy would be when he gets mixed up in the wash when he's filling a gap. He's shedding blocks is not his best thing. Do you think the Falcons will rely on him to do that a lot as a Mike?
We hope every lane is open for a linebacker when you get into the quarterback. Of course, right? You have Grady Jarrett in front of you, and I think Grady Jarrett takes a lot of the pressure off of other players around him because he gets triple teamed a lot now with this new scheme. So if the linebackers around, like Dean Pease told us a couple weeks ago, Bodie, the missed opportunities, we were right there. And then they just couldn't get the quarterback to the ground. They couldn't get the tackle for loss. So many plays. They're trying to scheme up cornerback blitzes and safety blitzes. Remember, Dean Pease had Ed Reed, Terrell Suggs, Ray Lewis, some of these great players over the years. And for his, how old is Dean Pease now, Bodie? We talked about how old is he?
70, early 70s.
Early 70s. So he's trying to rebuild this Falcons defense now after he got his Super Bowl rings now. So he has to get a Richie Grant, Troy Anderson, Arnold Ebiketie. He's trying to rebuild these names. So I think Troy Anderson has to, like you guys said, he just has to be in that. He has to be there. He has to be ready to go at all times. And he does have opportunity to win the starting job. I'm telling you guys, those 1-year deals don't look better than that rookie deal that Troy Anderson got. And because he was selected so high, he's going to be on the field week 1 against the Saints.
I mean, that's one thing he improved upon a lot in his time is just, reading the offense and knowing where to go. Like once he knows where he's going, he is extremely fast and he is decisive and he will blow by anyone in his way. But sometimes he's just a little slower to react, and that's just instinctual. Those things come with more reps, real game reps, and he got so much better. So but once he knows where he's going, he is incredibly fast.
Well, here's one quick question for you. So I know in the past, Falcons fans knew that Takk McKinley and Vic Beasley, when they were drafted, they used to take plays off. Is Troy Anderson a guy to take plays off, or he's a high motor guy?
No.
Is he ready to go? Is he?
Troy Anderson won't take a play off, and he'll paint the field after he's done, and then he'll like water it, and then take your groceries home for you, and then give you a ride home.
Yo, man, this is great. This is so great right now.
He's a ranch kid from small town Montana. He doesn't know the meaning of taking anything off.
Yeah. Troy Anderson, Ricky Report, right here with R&R Catcast, Ryan Foley. Ryan, you're on vacation right now. Ryan? I'm sorry, your last name?
That's me over here, Thornberg. Okay. I'm on vacation.
Okay.
Like,
you're on vacation.
Ryan, like
okay.
You're on vacation, Ryan. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Every Wednesday, every Sunday here, 8 p.m. on Facebook and YouTube. Another quick question for you guys. If you could describe Troy in one word, what would it be?
Man, I thought a lot about that one. I think you got an answer fully. I'm going to continue to think. You go ahead.
Okay, yeah. I thought a lot about this too, and I couldn't decide on one.
No, it's too hard.
And so I'm gonna go 2 words. Intelligent menace is what I'm saying. And I was listening, and I picked up on the menace from a broadcast. I can't remember, but I was watching highlights today, just getting pumped up for this, and I was like, man, that's such a good term for Troy, because he is like I said, he's like a tiger shark on the field, just looking for the prey. And then when he sees it, like his ability to get to that player is unmatched. His ability to shed blocks, just, man, I just love it. So yeah, he's super smart and he's a menace. So he'll lay it all out.
Nice.
Well, for Montana State, the word would be legend, but that's not the word I'm going to use here. But the guy's going to have a statue. I mean, he's like Jim Thorpe type guy in he's going to be a hero forever. Never going to buy a beer in Montana ever again. I would say warrior. I was thinking about this, and warrior came to my mind, and I thought that's a great word for him, because he's going to give it his all. He's going to leave it all on the field every time. He's going to try his hardest. I mean, if you watch on the highlight tapes, you see a couple touchdown runs where he's got a big old club on his hand because he's got like a broken hand, but he's out there getting a 70-yard touchdown run anyway, stiff-arming people with his club. Using it as a weapon. He's a guy who just cares a lot. He's really, you don't see him taunting very much, but when you see him getting fired up, and he's a warrior. He's going to give it his all, and I think that'd be the word I would describe.
That's good. Because you mentioned the highlight tapes now. What game or play do you guys remember where Troy was just that player where you said, this guy's going to the NFL? He's definitely going to be playing on Sundays, and some team is going to get a very special player on defense or offense. Hell, he could play Ram Wildcat the way that the Falcons might be running this new offense. I won't mind him taking a couple snaps at quarterback the way it's looking. But yeah, what game or highlight would you say just made you say wow for Troy?
Well, you probably haven't watched too many highlights of him as quarterback if you're saying you want him as quarterback. That is a strong-chested man throwing a ball. It looks like it, too. It's just like chucking a javelin as hard as he can. But, yeah, Wildcat quarterback, that's as long as you're not asking to pass the ball too much, you'd be fine. Plays that made me think he might go in the NFL. I mean, the play that I thought I saw him that could be very special, this crazy tiny play in his first collegiate game at Washington State, where he just, he's just one of those guys that you're looking at in the stands like, who's that guy? He's kind of a who's that guy, and he almost busted a touchdown run against Washington State, and he got tripped up by the toes. And he ended up with like 80 yards on 11 carries, just as a true freshman guy, 6'3", 210. I'm like, you could just see it right then on the offensive side of the ball. But I wouldn't say it really solidified my belief that he's going to be an NFL talent all the way until, this year. And I'm probably stealing Ryan's, and I'm sorry, but the South Dakota State semifinal game, I'm sure that one's on the highlight reel, where he tracks down an All-American running back. Is it Isaiah Davis, right, for South Dakota State, and tackles him for the loss.
He fumbles, knocks the ball out.
No, this one's not a fumble. He wraps him up and takes him down. It was a 4th and 1 early on in the game from like the 7-yard line, and he just takes him down. And you could see that was like the full development. You could see all the development, all the years culminating in that moment. And like Troy is like arrived as a legit linebacker finally. Like all the hype, all the talking, all the years. Is he a quarterback? Is he a running back? Is he a linebacker? I think that proved he's arrived.
Nice. Ryan?
Yeah, to kind of piggyback on what Thorny was saying, like I would say as far as like talking to your like point about going to the NFL, like if you just look at the breadth of the postseason, the playoffs, his sideline to sideline speed, like when you go back and watch the Sam Houston State quarterfinal game,
Mm-hmm.
and the way he attacks gaps and can, just beat the guy to the spot is just unreal. Thorny took mine with that semifinal game.
Sorry.
But if I was one of my favorite parts about Troy Anderson was nothing to do with his defensive prowess, but in 2018 when we ran him at quarterback, I was hating life. I was like, because we had a legit quarterback, I was like, we should air out the ball, but we ran QB power for a full year, and he was voted All-American, first team All-American.
Single wing QB power.
And so
garbage.
Here's what you're going to
high school offense.
You guys are going to get treated to something. I was telling Thorny about this week. I was like, they're going to have a Troy Anderson moment. Troy's going to either pick off a pass, or he's going to get a fumble, or whenever he gets the ball in his hands, and you're going to see this man run like nothing else you've ever seen before. It looks a little bit unorthodox. He looks like he's galloping a little bit. And we would watch this guy do QB power. If he could get through, if he could find a hole and beat the first line of defense, it was over.
It's over. Like, yeah.
I mean, if
nobody ever caught him from behind his entire, it's just ridiculous. He had like 8 or 10 runs of like 60-yard plus in like one season.
No, he had like 9 games over 100 yards rushing in that season. He had one game where he had 211 yards just rushing. He passed for over 100 that game, and he caught a pass for 36 yards.
He did catch
in that game.
So as you're saying this, I'm making note to ask Coach on Friday. You guys running QB power on a 3-1 this year?
Exactly. So if he sees his hole, he sees his spot. Like I was just like, it was like banging your head against a wall watching that offense, because we ran the probably 4 plays that year. But he was so electric doing it. And you guys are going to have that moment where you see Troy Anderson in his, it's not going to be a tackle play, but it's going to be on a interception or a fumble recovery. And he's just going to jet, and you're going to be like, holy cow, who is that guy? Yeah.
This is great to hear, because like I said, we're rebuilding this defense, and these players that are now a part of the Atlanta Falcons, we want to see them shine. We want to see them really help this defense get from the last in the league, or hell, losing the back of the pack, but the last in the league to at least top 15. And it's been a while, So Troy Anderson is going to be one of the players. Arnold Ebiketie is going to be another player. D'Angelo Malone. We have another rookie report coming up shortly with some really good podcasters that covered Western Kentucky. So that's going to be pretty cool too as well.
Hilltoppers.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, so for Montana State, what's the big game for you guys this season?
This season, I mean, it's always Cat Grizz. That's University of Montana every single year. But other than that, who we got on the schedule this year, Foley? We got
Oregon State.
We got Oregon State, which I'm looking forward to. We're actually going to that game it's in Portland.
Yeah.
Other than that, for the FCS, we got Weber State, right? Weber State's on the schedule. I'll probably say Weber State. They're always in the contention.
And for NFL teams, what's your NFL team now? You guys have one, or?
This is a pretty funny story. I'm a Rams fan, and he's a Bengals fan, so we had kind of a butting of heads.
That had to be a great Super Bowl.
Hey, you grew up in Montana. You just like randomly pick teams, like Rams, I guess. Sure, why not?
So you watch a lot of Rams football?
I don't get to watch as much as I want to, but I watch more of them than anybody else. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not a huge NFL guy, to be honest with you. Mostly college.
I'll be going to the Rams game week 2. So I don't know if you want to come back around that time. We can do just a little quick show of a Falcons Ram preview.
Sure could.
Even for you too, Ryan, as well. We play Cincinnati this year, so if you want to be a part of that one, that week, that would be good. Hopefully, this is the Falcons Super Bowl run with Mariota, Super Mariota. So we don't think it's going to be a Super Bowl run, but we hope it is, because Mariota's. I mean, he's a plug and play quarterback. He won't be here too long, but Desmond Ridder's our future.
Sure.
But for Troy Anderson, this rookie report has been special. I know you guys have another show coming up tonight, right?
No.
Oh, not tonight? What, you guys don't do shows on the weekend, or what happened?
No, we just were kind of record at random. Ryan's going to the Big Sky Conference Media Days event where we pretend to be an actual media member for a day. But
okay. Yeah. I apologize. I thought you guys I thought you had mentioned that you guys had a show that was coming up at midnight or around 12 o'clock my time.
Not us. Nope.
Okay. I apologize. But definitely Troy Anderson Ricky Report with rnrcatcast.com. Ryan Foley, Ryan Thornburg, correct?
Yes, Thornburg, yep.
This is that southern accent, man. I apologize. But you know, I
it's a hard one for me to
say,
man.
It's tough,
you know. Country is cornbread, man.
Yeah, man. We some country folks down here, but we love our Atlanta Falcons, man. Just like how you guys love Montana State football. As you can see from the chat was going crazy. We didn't even get a chance to get through the chat. We have a couple more segments we have to go through here, but definitely, where can we reach you guys? Social media, website?
You can find us on rrcatcast.com. We're on Twitter, rrcatcast, and I'm at Celtic Moose 33, and I don't know if Foley even checks Twitter anymore, but yeah, sometimes.
Celtic Moose. You got it real quick. You got to explain that. Celtic Moose.
I don't know, man. I've had it since I was in sixth grade. Celtic Moose, and someone on Twitter already had it, so I had to put a 33 behind it. That's not much of a story. I don't know. I just thought it sounded cool. I'm not a Celtics fan, so I'm a Suns fan. See, that's the randomness of being in Montana. I'm a Suns fan, an Orioles fan, a Rams fan, and a St. Louis Blues fan. I'm all over the place.
Give us an idea of a Montana State tailgate, before the game.
That's a good one. We don't get to go out to too many games anymore, but it's a good scene. There's a lot going on in the Montana State tailgate. People show up as early as they're allowed to. I think you can only show up at 6 hours before the game kicks off or something. It's kind of stupid, but it's good. It takes up a couple blocks, bleeds over to the parking lot for the basketball arena. It's a good time.
Yeah, down here in Atlanta, sometimes fans don't even want to come to the game until about third quarter because the tailgate's still going on outside. Plus, with the Falcons, they might be losing at that time. But
that's the second half. That's the second half. People leave to go tailgate at halftime, and then that's they don't show up back.
It's just a thing down here in Atlanta, But once you start winning, fans will start getting back to the seats. But we hope that this season will be a big turnaround. We keep it positive here on the Falcons podcast. So we just always want to make sure that everybody who watches this show knows that we love the Atlanta Falcons, right?
Yeah.
And we're always going to be there for them. The show is always going to be here for them. And every player that comes into the Falcons locker room, we're going to cover. So the Troy Anderson Ricky Report was special. I want to thank you guys so much for being here. Ryan, please, we'll have you back for week 2. And Ryan, we'll have you back for that whooping in Cincinnati. I think
Let's go. Who day?
Week 6 or week 7. The big rematch between Jamar Chase and AJ Terrell. So that's going to be pretty nice too as well. We get a chance to see that. But yeah, man, I want to thank you guys so much, man.
Sure.
So
it's a lot of fun.
We'll definitely be catching up with you guys, man. Appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
Thanks, Bodie.
Right. Thanks, guys.
All right.
That was nice, y'all.
That was great.
Troy Anderson Ricky Report, y'all.
That was great.
Troy Anderson Ricky Report.
Hey, man. You don't get that kind of coverage anywhere else. That's great. We're getting it from the source here. So, that's great. It made my day of everything I soaked in. Everything I soaked in today.
You know who's next? Desmond Ritter. Shit. Desmond Ritter Rookie Report on the way. Stay tuned for more details. But tonight, Troy Anderson Rookie Report, right? I love talking to people who cover or pay it, watch the program of the team where the kid came from. You feel what I'm saying? I didn't watch too much Montana State football. I'm going to tell you the truth. I didn't watch too much. I'm catching the highlights. So hearing them talk about Montana State football is putting me in their shoes as a fan. You feel what I'm saying? Listening to them talk about Troy. And for other Falcon fans, y'all in the chat going crazy. I see the comments. Y'all going crazy in the chat. I apologize we couldn't get to all the chat, to all the comments, but we wanted to talk about a couple more things before we wrap up the show here. But Bodie, that was amazing. That was a good little show, man.
It was great, man. I mean, I learned a lot. Tonight. And I'm even more excited because, you can't, intelligence. There's a lot of things they said. He was smart, intelligent, intelligent. I love
Intelligent menace.
And that's the thing. He's such an adaptable piece. I read. I saw a video. It's okay, so I guess he came in at running back, And then, he played quarterback. And then he was like, oh, I think defense will be fun. Like, it'll be fun. And he went to defense. That's what he actually said. Defense, that looks like fun. And he went played defense and was All-American at that too, along with being All-American quarterback. Like, it's like, that's just raw talent. And then him getting to the pros, like, and him being such a sponge, it's just the sky's the limit. I see why the Falcons chose him. I see why it just, I'm just excited, man. I don't even know how to describe it.
We talked about the Falcons defense many times here on the show and what this 53 could look like. But we keep saying it. Troy Anderson is going to be on the field week 1. Now,
be a starter. I
know Rashad Evans is probably on that list too as well. What's Deion Jones' situation? I know Rashad Evans is probably going to be one of the middle linebackers right there starting. Nick Kwiatkowski, I don't know. I don't know if he's going to be able to do that. But Troy Anderson, I think he'll be able to start right beside Rashad Evans if Deion's not going to be there.
I think the linebackers will be Carter, maybe Rashad, Troy, and Arnold. I think those are our linebackers. Personally.
What about Abe? What about Ojen? Abe, the dude from Notre Dame, the other guy.
Oh, Dane?
No,
Dane, right? Oh, the other guy. Yeah, I can't. I have to get his name.
You want to butcher some names? Go right ahead. Butcher that name right there.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I butchered that one easy, but yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and we can't forget about my Walker. Walker will be in the mix.
Kyle Walker too as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not a guarantee that Evans will start. So
that's true. Let me go rewind. I don't want to guarantee saying that.
See, and that's me too. I blanked out on that one. Yeah. Walker's came a while. He's came a long way, and he's getting better. He's getting better every year. So he's in the mix.
One time for the fan. Every Wednesday, every Sunday, 8 p.m. Right here, Facebook, YouTube. Troy Anderson Rookie Report. rnrcatcast.com joined us earlier to talk about Troy Anderson and just how much impact he could be coming here to the Atlanta Falcons. And when he was selected, Falcons fans said, who? Montana State? Christian Harris? What? N'Kobe Dean?
Yeah,
If you listen to Ryan, Ryan and Ryan, that's so cool. That's a cool little show they got, Ryan and Ryan. That's super cool.
Yeah. And you were sitting there in the interview called, hey, Ryan, what about this, and this? And they're like, which one? That was funny.
What you want me to say? Like, Ryan 1? Ryan 2?
No.
Ryan F? Ryan?
He called him Thorny, and the other one calls him Foley by his last name.
Okay.
I guess, so that's, but we had more time out.
The next interview is gonna be a little bit more easy. It'll be a little bit more easy. This is like, when you're doing an interview, you want to be in the zone. You got to be, you got to be ready.
Plus, I don't want to call that man Thorny because I don't know him.
Ryan just off of first meet. Just want to just it's off respect. We go out, go to the strip club. Hey man, yeah, what's up? Hey Thorny, what's up? You know what I mean? But no, man, we're eventually gonna start, having more people on the podcast though. That's one thing we got to talk about. Season 4 of One Time for the Fan is going to start real soon. We're going to kick it off around preseason. We have a lot of people coming up on season 4 of One Time for the Fan. We got some other podcasters that I've been reaching out to that will be on the One Time for the Fan show. We got some more Falcon fans going to be on the show. Next week, Family Fun Day, Rise Up Tour. It's free. It's free, y'all. The Family Fun Day Rise Up Tour is gonna they're having a big ass kickball game too. They got food out there. They're gonna have some music, special guests coming through. You know what I'm saying? So definitely bring the family, bring your friends. Let me go ahead and get this information. I just had it up.
Yep, probably be there. I think I'm gonna show up
next week Saturday, right at the training camp.
Absolutely. Can't beat it.
Hold on, let me see if I get it here. 5099 Browns Mill Road, Stonecrest, Georgia. We're gonna put it on the One Time for the Fan page on Facebook. One time for the fan family fun day next week Saturday. Y'all pull up this Friday. Training camp. It's going down in a major way.
Yes, sir.
Open to the public. So of course, one time for the fan will be there. Bodie, you have a blessing this week. So if you can't make it, we truly understand. Once again, congratulations to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
So between this episode and probably Wednesday's episode, you know, your daughter will be here. It's a beautiful blessing, sir. So once again, congratulations to you, sir. On welcoming your daughter.
Yeah. For those that don't know, I got 2 boys. This will be my girl and my last child. Not having any more. It's over with. So don't say more. No more. That's it.
It's a good feeling, man. So we don't know if Bodie might be here Wednesday, but the show will continue. One time for the fan, because Friday, training camp, y'all. We're going to be there early in the morning. Check out the YouTube page so that we can go ahead and check out the shorts. I'm going to post a lot of videos on there. We'll post some reels on there. I don't know, Bodie, if you'll be available Friday night to do a show Friday night after training camp, because we'll be back again Saturday at training camp again too as well before we head to the family fun day. And then we got a couple more days next week right after that we'll be doing some other quick shows, because training camp starts on Friday. We trying to cover as much as possible here on One Time for the Fan, right? Because training camp starts Friday, Falcons fans. That means preseason is less than 30 days away, less than a month away is the first game.
Less than a month away. Absolutely. Can't wait.
And we're going to cover that too as well.
News about to get real, y'all.
It's about to get real here on One Time for the Fans. It's about to get real for the Atlanta Falcons. But tonight's show, the Troy Anderson Rookie Report with RR Catcast was amazing. And I want to really give a big shout out to Ryan and Ryan as well for taking the time out of their day to come onto the show to give us, their knowledge about Montana State football and about Troy Anderson. And of course, the network, now we're going to bring Ryan back for a Rams Falcons, report week 2. Hopefully the Falcons are 1-0 at that time. Other Ryan, Mr. Foley, we'll get him on for the Cincinnati Falcons report. So that'll be pretty cool. He pulled the Joe Burrow jersey out. The Burrow jersey sitting.
It was right there.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, they got a good one. I'll say that.
And I can't even go pull a Mariota jersey. I don't even. We'll head to the chat. We gotta head to the chat.
Yeah, we gotta hit the chat, man.
Tim Riley, Dirty Bird Nation is in the house. So
Dirty Bird Nation.
Let me see what is going on here. Oh, wait a second now. Hold on now. Somebody disconnected my cord.
Oh, man.
Somebody disconnected the cord, y'all.
Hey, I thought you spilled your Tito's.
Oh, they're trying to get me. Hold on.
Oh, man.
They tried to get me. One time for the fan. This is real. This is raw. This is uncut, real, folks.
Keep it real. Keep it raw, man.
We ain't in no studio, folks. This is real. Yeah, we back. But what else we had to go over?
You're gonna hit over the chat. You say you're gonna hit up the chat.
Yeah, we about to hit up the chat, man. I got so distracted by somebody over here trying to sabotage my setup. Where's the dog? Going to the chat here. Dirty Bird Nation's in the house. Lisa Shepard. I wish you knew what it was with him. Of course, folks like Cam Jordan using it as an opportunity to troll, whatever.
I did. Yeah. I did see that. I did see Cam Jordan saying something about Eddie Goldman. Oh, it only took him 13 days. Man, yeah, all right, bro. Ain't nobody worried about no damn Cam Jordan.
What I will say is this. With the Eddie Goldman retiring. Ndamukong Suh, Nick Williams, Danny Shelton. There's a couple other people too as well. Some veteran nose tackle players that you can bring in here. I was going to say Brandon Williams, but he got re-signed from to the Ravens.
Yeah.
But seeing that they went, Linval Joseph, another player from the Vikings, former player from the Vikings, he's a free agent too as well. So seeing how Eddie Goldman is now retired, I do think the Falcons will still look to fill that edge rusher or nose tackle position. Will it happen this week before camp? Will it happen after camp? Will it happen during the preseason? We will find out. But they wanted, as you can see with Eddie Goldman, they wanted somebody in that middle. You feel what I'm saying? Next to Grady. And Eddie Goldman was a decent signing, but then again, the situation happened where he retired. I don't know what happened. I hope he doesn't go sign with another team and all that BS starts. I hope that
would be like a stake in the heart.
That's a slapper. That's a real slapper.
But yeah, I mean, my thing is, I was talking with I talked with Jason about it. I was like, man, you know what? Eddie Goldman was 28 and he still had years, you know, he could grow with the team, you know what I'm saying? I think they had a vision when they signed him. See, all those other guys, they're like 33, 34, 35. They're older guys. Yes, they're veteran presence, and you know, maybe one of them could give veteran, be a veteran to the other guys. Even though I think Grady's that veteran now, you know what I'm saying? But I think the signing Goldman was like he was supposed to grow with the team. And the only guy I think is his age is Danny Shelton, who was a former first-round draft pick, if I'm not mistaken. And he's 28. You know, I wouldn't mind bringing him in, you know, seeing what he got. I mean, there's talent there, you know what I'm saying? But I think that's what they were going for. Like I said, everybody we signed this offseason can grow with the team.
That's true.
So
even going to Vincent Taylor and Anthony Rush, they have an opportunity too.
Absolutely. Yeah, they're young guys. Yeah, they have an opportunity to grow with the team. And I think that's what they were going for. They're giving out these 1-year deals. They want to see who's going to stick. And if you stick, we'll give you more years. So
real quick, because we're getting ready to hit to the hour mark, I had a question for you about the Eddie Goldman situation now. Because they signed Eddie Goldman, and I know he retired, but when they did go after him and they signed him, did it show that Vincent Taylor and Anthony Rush wasn't ready, or was it more like a competition move? Because you knew when they signed Eddie was going to play. So where was that going to leave Vincent Taylor and Anthony Rush now, seeing that Eddie's gone, and they're like, well, do you want us to compete, or are you just going to go sign another player soon? Like, you know,
I don't think it looks at it along the lines of they can't play. I think both of those guys have talent, and they both can play. I wouldn't mind if we went in and they fought in training camp and one of them won the starting position. The Eddie Goldman thing never happened.
I would like that. That would be nice.
I wouldn't mind it now. I just wouldn't. Both of those guys are talent. I don't think they're looking at it along the lines of they tried to replace us. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they don't think our talent is there. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's along the lines of that. I think it was just an opportunity to sign a very talented player that was still young, and that it just happens that way. That's business. That's football. You're always trying to look to improve. I mean, Eddie Goldman is a Pro Bowl player. He made the Pro Bowl. Okay, and he was on the market, and you don't get too many of those chances. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that was. I don't think it was a slap in the face. It wasn't a slap in the face with Vincent Taylor or Anthony Rush. And I saw when Anthony Rush was online and he was talking about to that guy, that guy on that podcast. I won't even say his name because I don't even put him out there like that.
It was funny.
He was saying, you're not gonna talk about me like I'm trash. And I don't think he trash, but the joke he made, he implied that he didn't like him. I don't care what he said in response. He implied that he didn't like him and his player or him as a player. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I don't think that's just slapping the face, man. He ought to be ashamed of himself for saying that. But yeah, it's just a comp. I hope it's a comp between Taylor and Rush, and you'll see the better man win.
So much space and opportunity for more competition to come in this week. Absolutely. Who knows what's going to happen with the Falcons organization going into Friday? Could be another signing. Could just be seeing the players we know now getting ready for camp. But I thought when they brought in Eddie, he was going to be the person to start next to Grady. But now it's not.
Plus they had insider information with Eddie. Eddie was a Bear, so that had something to do with it.
Going back to the chat here before we wrap it up. Falcons fans on that stuff. Jimmy G not coming here. Folks tripping. G. We don't have 25 million.
No Jimmy G. I mean, we see, like I said, we're trying to grow as a team. Jimmy G should go somewhere where they're like a quarterback away, and he could be a manager for them. We don't need a manager. We're good. We have one.
Tim Riley in the Troy Anderson video that I've seen in rookie camp, he looks like a beast and could start his rookie season.
Absolutely.
The Falcons would y'all should like to have a rookie linebacker start.
I would love it. That would just show the talent. Yeah. That would just show the skill set. Ty McShay, he said he's a day one starter. And this was before the draft. He said whoever gets Troy Anderson, he's going to be a day one starter in this league. You can go look the tape up. He said that. And he's an analyst. He analyzes
Mel Kiper,
all the talent.
Projected him round one, and he went.
Yeah, round one, early round two.
Early round two,
he went early round two.
Dave is here. Shout out to Dave in the chat.
Shout out Dave.
We love y'all bringing the comments, man. Always keep commenting every time y'all come in here. Bring the topics. You know what I'm saying? Bring the questions.
I like the questions.
Brandon Williams knows that for the Ravens. Brandon Williams re-signed with the Ravens. He would have been a good fit here for the Falcons too as well. But he re-signed with the Ravens. Tailgate Party Committee is here. Tailgate Party Committee has the Falcon Saints week 1. So remember that, y'all. Tailgate Party Committee has a pretty big tailgate downtown for the Falcons and Saints. And plus they have some other events coming up too as well. So check them out.
We out here.
Going over here to Emmanuel Johnson. Troy is very athletic linebacker with great awareness. You are definitely right about that.
Love it. I love it.
Saw Troy's interview on Good Morning Football. He seems laid back, but he's ready to play in the NFL. Hoping he has a great rookie season. You see all the love for Troy Anderson? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Big kid from a small school.
He seems like such a humble cat. And he just out to have fun. Like the way I watched a couple of his interviews. The dude he's smart. Like we keep throwing it out there. He's intelligent. He's smart. He's that. And he can do anything. He can play everywhere. So
Emmanuel Johnson again. Falcons wanted to get bigger, and they did in the offseason. Linebacker are going to be okay. They did get bigger. Yeah. Rashard Evans, Arnold Ebiketie, what's his name? D'Angelo Malone. They got some players now that's going to be. It makes Dion look like he's the smallest linebacker.
Because he probably is now.
Yeah,
Dion is the smallest. And it's crazy. The system. You got to fit into the system.
It's about that system.
Yes, sir.
Jabri Harper's in the chat. Chase is in the chat. Coy Bishop's up in the chat. Eric Parker's here. Shout out to everybody, man, supporting one time for the fan.
Man.
We are 6 subscribers away from 100. So please go to YouTube, subscribe to the channel. Go to YouTube, subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get 100 subscribers before training camp. But yes, upcoming events. We're getting ready to wrap up the show. Wednesday show. We'll be back. Bodie now, because his baby will be born this week. I don't know if Bodie will be here, but hopefully I can go find Boo, man. I think he was still camping. He went to Quebec. He went to Quebec last week. I think he's still camping out there. Yeah.
Oh man.
If you guys know where Boo Man is, send me an email. He landed somewhere near Quebec a couple weeks ago. But yeah, Wednesday show we'll be back. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk some more Falcons football, get everybody ready for training camp. We had a great show tonight with R&R Cast with Ryan and Ryans. They told a lot about Troy Anderson. He's definitely going to be a player who Falcon fans should enjoy this season. His talent on the field, how intelligent he is. Intelligent menace was the words that Ryan Foley used. Intelligent menace.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Man, we got so much shit on a t-shirt this season. A lot of
t-shirts. Oh, we got a lot of t-shirts.
The cool thing about it is training camp is this week. We might get a chance to speak with Troy Anderson, so hearing this interview tonight, I'm gonna go back and watch it again too, just to be prepared for Friday. But we're gonna have a good time, y'all. And please support One Time for the Fan. Please subscribe to the channel. Training camp this Friday. We'll be there. Sunday, we'll have another show. Hell, next week, Saturday, might have another show. Just be prepared for what's getting ready to happen because Friday is go time. We've been talking about it for weeks now. We are now days away from training camp. We're about to crank this thing up a notch. So I appreciate everybody supporting One Time for the Fan. Shout out to Tim Riley in the chat, Dave, Tailgate Party Committee, Emmanuel Johnson, Lisa Shepard, Corey Bishop, Chase, Jabri Harper, man. We having a great time here. Bodie, any shout outs before we go ahead and wrap it up here tonight on One Time for the Fan?
Yeah, man. Shout back out to everybody in the chat, man. Shoot, I just love it. I love the interaction. I just love talking to y'all, man. Y'all heard a little Dirty Bird gear. Now you know. Now
Bodie
you
got the
know.
gear.
You know I got them onesies and them bibs and
Gotta
them
hook it up.
jerseys. It's lit. It's lit. And if y'all want my Amazon registry, y'all hit me up after the show. That's a anyway. No, I'll yeah. If y'all want,
no, send that though. Send that to the chat.
Yeah. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to you, Jack, man. Shout out to these Falcons. Shout out to R&R Cat Cast, man. They just spilling the knowledge tonight, like just getting the cat excited about the new player, man. Just it's a great day, man. Just shout out for that intelligent menace we talked about today. It's just shout out for the t-shirts. Shout out to
we had the Drake London Ricky report with Carlo Jimenez, KXSC Student Radio. Then we had the other one with Arnold Ebiketie with Kyle J. Andrews. Both of those shows were great. But tonight, R&R Catcast kept it real about Troy Anderson. And now you're looking at the Ricky reports, right? Go back, Falcons fans, if you want to go check the playlist to the past two and then check out tonight. And you're looking at this and you're saying, damn, the Falcons did a really good job scouting. You know, because you're listening to people who also covered these players, not only just Mel Kiper and some of these big names that you see on TV. They're people that was actually on the ground sometimes, not the ones who just flew in at the last minute and put the phone in his face. These people that was actually there. Carlo Jimenez attends USC. You know what I'm saying? He covered Drake London for like 3 years there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So Kyle going over there and covering Penn State football for all that time that he was there. And then having R&R Catcast tonight. They cover Montana State football. That's this is what you want to see, Falcons fans. So we're going to bring it to y'all. And next, Desmond Ridder rookie report.
Yeah.
So stay tuned.
A lot of you guys excited about that one.
Stay tuned for details on the Desmond Ridder rookie report. We might get the CEO from DoorDash.
Shoot. Tell them to shoot me some credits, DoorDash credits.
But we do plan to get these rookie reports out the way before the season starts because we have a lot going on. When the preseason games start, we're going to be doing some post-game coverages of that. Falcons, Lions, Falcons, Jaguars, Falcons, Jets. We're going to do some coverage of that too as well. But once again, we're going to give you some coverage coming up shortly of training camp. So be prepared for that. We'll see y'all back Wednesday. Give a shout out to everybody in the chat. I want to give a shout out to everybody who subscribed to the channel. A big shout out to R&R Catcast tonight, Ryan and Ryan, for coming on to the show, taking some time out of their day to be a part of this. I swear I could have sworn they said they had a show that they around that time. Totally got lost on that. But shout out to them, man. They're really cool. We're gonna have them back on the show this season. But that's it, y'all. And of course, we got our signature. One time for the Atlanta Falcons. One time for Bodie 3000. One time for the little blessing on the way coming up this week. So as soon as you end this broadcast right here, it's time to go grab the bag and get ready.
Yeah,
get some sleep.
Yeah.
One time for everybody in the chat, everybody who shows up and shows love, supports the channel.
Yeah. Love y'all, man. Love the chat, man. Y'all.
Yep. One time for the fans. That's what it's all about. And we'll see y'all Wednesday. I'm your host, Jack Spade. I'm up out of here, y'all. Peace.
Fresh braids.
Anybody seen Dez?
Ooh.
God, not Dez Kaminsky.
It's been a long time.
Not Dez Kaminsky.
No.
One time for the fan. We'll see y'all Wednesday, man. We up out of here.
Not Desmond Teo, Manti Teo's brother. No.